r/TalesFromRetail, Episode 2. Women wants homeless man kicked out of charity shop. Short story from when I volunteered at a charity op shop. The shop I volunteered at was 100% non-profit, so what little money that was made went to the homeless and at-risk youth. The shop mainly sold things like blankets, children's cloths and non-luxury items, and the majority of people who shopped there were below the poverty line or straight up homeless. Greta equals mean old bag in her 60s, homeless guy equals homeless guy, and me equals me. A nicely dressed woman walks up to the counter and in a louder than normal voice say, "Greta, you there, get off your phone and go see if you have and cookie jars." I was not even on my phone was in my pocket and I was making eye contact before she spoke. "Me, there are some. 3. On the shelf just there." Points to a shelf not even 1/0 away. Greta huffs like I'm an idiot. "I don't want any of those, I'm looking for collectible ones." "Me, sorry, that's all we have. We may have some collectible biscuit tins though." Greta, I'm not after a stupid tin, I'm looking for vintage novelty cookie jars." Me, saw cut off by her demanding I go look out the back. "Me, there is no out the back, that's all we have." We immediately put all donated items on the shelf. Greta, "I know there's a back room." Storms off. Immediately after she walked to the back of the very small store, a homeless man walks up and asks us if we could hold some items till he could afford them. The items were a blanket, a beanie and a reusable water bottle. He said he could pay $3 now and get the rest later. The total was $7. I was about to tell him that $3 would be enough to cover all of it when we both hear, "Why put your grubby hands on them if you knew you couldn't afford it?" And you looks at me, "Why haven't you kicked him out? Doesn't this store have any class?" Minus Greta, before I could say a thing, "You lied to me, there is a back area." Points to an exit to a close court area we share with another business. Me, to the homeless guy, "Would you like a bag of bread as well? We give out free bread." He tried to give me his $3, but I told him it was free and to be safe. Meanwhile, the lady has been swapping between trying to talk over me and mumbling how she knew people who would get me fired. The homeless guy left and I turned my attention back to Greta, but she had already walked up to the back door that said "Stuff Only" and made a self-congratulating noise as she rushed through the door to the courtyard and let it slam behind herself. The important thing about the door is you can only open it from inside. I heard immediately a muffled strand of insults and "Let me in." My plan was to wait 5 minutes, but less than 1 minute passed and I could hear the other business let her throw their way, followed by a phone call telling me how Greta went off at them and how she would have us shut down. Sorry for the spelling errors and bad grammar. Potatoes aren't all the same. I work in a well-known supermarket chain and one morning a lady comes and asks me where she could find potatoes. I politely take her over to them and show her the loose ones because I personally prefer to choose my own. She tells me that it's not what's after. She says after packet potatoes. So of course I pointed out that they were right next to the loose ones. The woman gets more agitated and says, "No, I want packet potatoes." I politely tell her the range we have egged. Evidently this wasn't good enough for the woman, as she's more frustrated and tells me she wanted the mashed potatoes, pre-made in a plastic packaging sort of thing. I politely take her to them and tell her that if she was more specific, I'd have been able to help her more easily. Still didn't stop her giving me grief though. Apparently I should have been able to read her mind and guess what form of potatoes she was going on about. I do love my job in retail, but man, the stupidity of the public is a real concern. This milk will give me cancer. Hello Reddit. I'm still pretty new here, so I hope this post fits on this subreddit. Now I have this company worker. Interesting. We'll call her Sam. Sam is a very blunt and aggressive person. She can be pretty vicious but never directs her hostility to me. She usually just vents to me about her boyfriend. Quite entertaining to listen to. But that's pretty much all you need to know about her. Very blunt. Even to customers. Now on to the story. Where I work. At the time we sold muscle milk. I personally don't drink the stuff because it's nasty and that's way too much protein for me. But lots of people like it. At one point this guy comes into the building and proceeds to take a vanilla muscle milk out of the fridge and begin to inspect it. I assume this guy was just reading how much protein and sugar it has in it. Note. Customer. C. Hey. Do you know what this is? Me. I'm sorry. See. This. Points to the ingredients on the bottle. The font is tiny as hell and the bottle is a good 4 feet from my face so I can't read it. Me. Is there a problem, sir? C. Hell yeah, there is. This is a cancer-causing chemical. Pointed to the word maltodextrin or something like that. Me. I had literally no idea how to respond. C. This drink is poison, you could kill someone, this stuff causes cancer. Sam. Everything causes cancer. C. Excuse me. Sam. Ever heard of a thing called the sun? Yeah, cancer. Do you like that air you're breathing in right now? More cancer. C. Are you serious? Sam. If you don't want the drink then don't buy it. C. Directed at me. Well, you should tell your manager about this drink and have it removed. After that he quietly shuffled out. I don't know how Sam hasn't been fired. I think she just intimidates rude customers so much that they don't even want to report her. I unfortunately do not work shifts with her anymore. She got pissed that her manager wouldn't promote her. I wonder why. So now she works like 1 shift a week. I miss Sam. She kept my work week interesting to say the least. Edit. I tried to fix the format to be more readable. I'm on mobile and didn't realize how bad it was. Hopefully this is better now. Sorry about that. I had a good wholesome one today. The day itself was pretty blah. But I had one customer that was so wholesome that I had to share. I work in a cable/internet/phone store and I really enjoy helping people. I know all of these companies get a bad rap, but I really do try to help people out. Today a 60-ish-year-old woman comes in thinking about getting internet. She's very hesitant, but I explain her options and what speed would meet her needs after asking her what she needed it for. Her English is very limited, but I've become pretty good at working with people that don't speak much English. It just takes patience and asking questions the right way in most cases. Google Translate helps when we hit a barrier. She leaves with my card and the price and says she will get back to me about it. A couple hours later she's back, excited to talk to me again, and says she's going to go for it. She talked it over with a friend and is all in. Then she excitedly tells me that she wants to learn more English as her second language. She's signing up for online classes, and she's going to get Netflix to help her as well, to expose her to more English and understand better. She was so sweet and excited for this. I had to tell her that she already had a great start with the English she already knows and that her enthusiasm would take her far with it. I'm so excited for her. She was trying so hard to communicate with me in English, so I know this is something she's determined to do. I'm in the US and we don't have an official language, but many people are embarrassed about not being fluent in English. And it's apparent. TL. Drive. It's wholesome. Read it or not. It's okay. I'm not here for the imaginary internet points anyway. Stressing over the dressing. 2 little old ladies walk up to the registers. I get the one in blue, and my coworker gets the one in pink. It's the last half hour or so of what's been a really long shift full of angry people stressed over vacations /school beginning /etc. Me. Good afternoon. Will you be dining in with us today? Blue. I'd like a salad. Me. Yes, Mom. Which salad would you like? Blue. I'm not from here. I'm not familiar with your choices. Me. Not a problem. We've got 3 salads minus. I point at their slots on the menu board and name them. Minus, and we can add or take away ingredients if you need us to. Blue. Huffs angrily. I just want a salad. Me. Yes, Mom. But as I said, we've got 3. Which one would you like? Blue. Absolutely steaming now. Just a salad. Finally stares at the board. I'll take the one in the picture. Me. Absolutely. What sort of dressing would you like? Blue. Snarling. 1000 Island. Me. I'm so sorry, Mom, but I'm afraid we don't have 1000 Island. The rest of our dressings are listed under minus. Blue. Just give me a dressing and calm down. I smile, but I know if I go any further with this lady I will say something I absolutely regret. I call my manager over and go stand next to one of my coworkers in the corner until the lady moves away. Manager. What happened? Me. I asked her what salad and dressing she wanted. Coworker. Literally that's all she did. Manager. That's what she said. She said you kept asking what salad and dressing she wanted. He looks at the clock. You wanna go home 10 minutes early. Me. Nothing would bring me more pleasure. Mandy gets mad that I can't break a $100 bill. Never posted on Reddit before and I'm on my phone. So I'm a cashier at a cheap and small store. Once we get a certain amount of cash register, we have had our managers come and grab it and put it in the safe. It's a simple process, doesn't take long, and it's done to prevent robberies. So I had to have the manager come and do you like cash drop for me when this lady comes up to the register talking on her phone and just tosses her items on the counter. Well, her items total about $7 or $8. She didn't hands over $100 bill. When I tell her that I'm sorry I can't break that at the moment, she gets all huffy and says to the person on the phone, this fucking store has been open all damn day, they can't even break 100. When I try to calmly tell her that I just had to do a cash drop and don't have enough cash in my register to be able to break 100, she cuts me off and says you don't got to get a fucking attitude with me. She then goes back to the conversation on her phone saying this fucking store has no fucking customer service, and after paying with card just storms out. All the while I have that retail worker smile on my face as I slowly die inside. However, the people behind were incredibly kind, saying that if they were me then after work they would just go to a bar and get drunk. Edit. I don't know why my phone changed the word lady in the title to Mandy, but it did. It's supposed to say lady gets mad that I can't break $100 bill. Didn't believe I could do basic math. Our store runs a reward program every few weeks where when you spend $50 you get $10 back to spend. Our store also can combine two receipts from the same week so that customers who shop twice can spend $50 can get the $10 back. We have this one lady who is semi-regular who I always associate with. Avoid at all costs. However, as I was cashier on this night, I couldn't exactly just walk away. During checkout I can see her looking over the credit card machine checking to see if she hits the $50 mark. However, due to her using her 30% off coupon, she didn't hit the mark. I explained to her that we do combine receipts, so since her subtotal was $30, she would need to spend another $20 to get the extra $10 back. About a half hour later she returns with more clothes and throws in a chocolate bar for good measure. I scan everything and see that it adds up to $23, so's well and good to get the $10. However, she gives me her 30% off coupon and it brings her subtotal to only $16. I try and explain to her that without the coupon we'll have enough. However, with it she still comes up to short for the $10. Are you sure? I explain that yes, her $30 from her first receipt plus this second would only add up to $46. Basic math, right? 30 plus 16 equals 46. Nope, no good enough for her. She made me double check with a calculator. All our cashier drawers have them. To get the exact amount it would all add up to. Okay, I punch in the add the 16 and voila, $46 some odd cents. So again, I explain that if I take off the 30% coupon, we'll be hitting over $20. She responded that not using the coupon, by the way members, which she is, get these coupons every month, would be ridiculous, and went to grab more candy while grumbling that she doesn't even eat sweets and will just be giving them to the kids. In the end she finally did hit over $20, just barely. I think our computer rounded up to give her the $10 reward, and I finally got her out of my hair. Honestly, I don't get how people can't see they're not really saving anything. Sure, if you were already spending $50, yeah, it's a nice reward. But if you're not really getting money back, you're just spending more. Warned about possible theft from someone standing next to me. This is one of the more odd moments in my retail career, and it just happened a few minutes ago. I am walking my area near electronics when I stop to help a lady out. While helping, I get a call over our radio. After helping her real fast, she was looking for something we didn't carry. I responded to the call, and with her standing right there next to me, my customer service attendant described her perfectly, and warned me to keep my eyes out for her because they thought she might be trying to steal some things. Even told me to keep an eye out for her trying to stuff things in her shorts. I smiled at her, said that I was sure it was someone else. She got mad and stormed off. It seems that she had been seen trying to put on clothes and wear them around, and stuff things in her shorts. She seemed mad that we actually talked to each other. Walked out a few moments later, with nothing at all. One of the most intriguing moments I have had so far. I need it in fine print. Working retail, especially in a mall, can get you customers with comprehension and anger issues. Quite often. So at my work we do watch batteries. We offer an automatic 1-year warranty. It's not listed anywhere on the receipt, but if someone came up with a receipt and a dead watch, I can just check the date on the receipt to see if it's still under the warranty. Never any problems. I however write 1-year warranty on all receipts. A customer a while ago thought otherwise, as he must have had an experience with warranties not being listed. He wanted me to print it in fine print, out of the computer. Here's the problem. There is no SKU number for our 1-year warranty. It's automatic across the board and applies to all transactions. I physically cannot print anything that does not exist in SKU number form because there is no notepad feature and our technology is from 2002. We also don't keep records, so you have to keep the receipt, which apparently is a problem for some people, although it's as simple as putting it in a drawer at home, but that's not the point of the story. He didn't seem to understand, and kept talking about how it's just so simple for me to go type it up and print it out. I would if I could, buddy. This guy didn't seem to understand anything I was saying to him. His watch had chronograph dials, which means the second hand is on a mini dial on the bottom of the face. He yelled that his watch is not working, despite me pointing to the second hand and that it was in fact moving. I tried to explain to him that the big second hand is in fact a stopwatch feature and it will drain his battery if he leaves it on. Eventually he did leave, saying, well, of course the battery will drain if the watch is ticking. It pissed me off because of his holier-than-thou attitude, as if I have no idea what I'm talking about. The funny end to my story is he left his receipt on the counter. I put it aside in case he comes back, but he won't, and then he'll yell at us all again in due time. What's that fell out of your bag? This just happened last night and you literally can't make this up. For context, I work in a department/clothing store at the customer service counter. The day is going as normal. Busy Sunday with a ton of returns. Then this woman walks in. Close enough to me in the line. Then something falls out of her bag. I hear a lot of screaming. Then look over to see a dead chipmunk. Fantastic. Then the smell. Oh my goodness, the smell. I just couldn't. Customers quickly left the area and went to the other side of the store to check out. I called for my manager. She was too busy to help us. The customer took a bag and disposed of the poor critter outside. She then said, I can't return my blouse now. It's my fault it smells like this. Please just throw it away. I felt so badly for her. That's the ultimate embarrassment. We scrubbed the floor where it fell, and sprayed a good smelling glass cleaner as an air freshener. There was nothing in the store that would work, so we improvised. I've never had anything happen remotely close to that in my years of retail. I was in shock. Like, how do you not smell that? Code unconcerned. A lady last night came up to the service desk and explained that she just started waiting in line to check out her groceries and asked if I could page her son for her. Not terribly uncommon at this point, but... Mother, would you page my son? I left him playing with a scooter somewhere in the store and him waiting in line now. Me, sure. What's his name? Mother, his name is Bobby. Me, getting ready to page Bobby. Mother, he's 3. Me, record scratch. If he's 3 he's not going to understand me paging him to the service desk. Mother, can you just have your people keep an eye out for him? Walks off to go stand back in line. We end up doing the procedures for a lost child, and one of my coworkers finds Bobby about 10 minutes later. Now you think Mom would have possibly joined in the search? Nope. She was still in line, at this point getting rung up, when one of my coworkers brought the now found child to her. She let a 3-year-old wander the store while she shopped and asked us to bring him to her, with all the visible concern of someone asking the valet to bring them their car. Now it's possible she was concerned and was just keeping it on the inside, but the lack of visible concern over a lost 3-year-old child, and that she apparently just left him to play in the store while she shopped, was surreal.